Welcome back to JMC Live. We're talking about love and serving others today. And we're going to get right into a story. 11-year-old girl grows vegetables for the homeless. Girl's name is Katie Stalongo, or Stagilano. Started in the 3rd grade planting cabbage for her family's small garden. And grew to 40 pounds, donated it to a soup kitchen, which ended up making 275 meals out of it. So she started making a non-profit called Katie's Crops. She's got 6 in her town, or Somerville, South Carolina. And Bonnie's Plants donate seedlings to her. And she's given over 2,000 pounds of lettuce, tomatoes, and other veggies. And another 1,200 pounds will be donated by the end of the year. A woman by the name of Sue Hanshaw, CEO, Tri-County Family Ministries, said, I love what she exudes, caring for others, and made a big impact on a lot of people. A woman who was homeless, a mother of 2, says, she's showing that you can help other people no matter how young you are. I love the veggies she brings. My wife ends up writing, This little girl's not influenced by the media, sex, drugs, and violence, the things that typical people do in the day. She's focused on making a difference in her community, and she does it helping one person at a time, one seed at a time, one plant at a time. And her fruits of her labor are very clear. As many people she's helped, and she's just 11 years old. And the scary thing is, why is it takes 11-year-old to get the message of Christ out? Probably because there aren't enough adults out here that want to do what she wants to do. I'm saying something that you're not going to like, but it's true. God had an 11-year-old girl do this because maybe there's no one else to do it. Why is it that we've run into these situations where things are just, not going the direction they should, and it's very scary what has happened in today's society and how things have moved in all these different directions. I can give you guys some more radical, extreme situations of people that have made a difference in society. So then maybe this will, spark in your mind. 1 Corinthians 1:11 says, "Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ." There's different people that have gone through history that have made a difference. You got Nathan Barlow, who's a medical doctor who uses his skills to help people in Ethiopia. Here in Ohio University, the team went over to Ghana and set up a what's the word I'm looking for? They set up a solar system used, electrical system and put in wells, and they've gone and doctored the sick. They take these nurses that are in training and they go to Africa and they give this help for free. Another person, this guy's named Simpson, and what he does is he helps teach English, and he helps people with medicine and stuff like that. A lot of people just don't understand, and a lot of stories don't seem to relate. How about Marva J. Dawn? She was born here in Ohio in 1948. She's a scholar, and she's got 4 master's degrees and a PhD. And she's involved with Christians Equipped for Ministry. And in one of her books called Unfettered Hope, A Call to Faithful Living in an Affluent Society, she talks about her life and a reflection of her belief and what the significant impact and profoundness can be to actually go out and reach people. Other people might think about Rich Mullins. I lived 15 minutes from Lufkin, Texas, which was where Carpenter's Way hosted Rich Mullins for the last time. I've been in Carpenter's Way. I've been at Teen Mania, where Keith Green's recording studio was. We turned the recording studio into a prayer room. I pray in the same place that Keith Green recorded. It's these people that come in our lives that make a difference, that change things. You have the Saint family, who in the face of adversity. They lost their friends and loved ones, yet they still went back to the country and reached the men and women of the Wandani. And they got saved. And Menkai comes here with, what is it? Stephen Curtis Chapman. And Steve Saint, the son. And the son forgives this man for killing his father. And they still get saved through this. Because they don't have this mask on their face. They don't have this hate in their heart. They're not full of all this anger and this strife. Because they realize that to serve others and to serve Christ, you have to get out of yourself. But you know what? That is so hard. People don't want to get out of themselves. They don't want to accept the fact that to follow Christ is a sacrifice of yourself. Because it says you have to allow your flesh, your sinful life to die daily. And to die daily is something that you have to do all the time. And it's not something that you're going to love to do all the time. But time in service, time in grade, becoming seasoned, your life should reflect and imitate that of Christ. When your life imitates and reflects Christ, when you see Christ walking along the lake and these guys are tax collectors and sinners and he's eating with them and he's being accused of being a drunkard and this and that, and the cause of Christ and being a child, Christ-like follower, means there's going to be persecution. There means there's going to be times of trouble and strife. If you look at the voice of the martyrs, you end up seeing stories in all these different countries, in Africa and in China and in South America and even here in the United States, of people going through problems. You hear the stories from Helen Steiner Rice, who clearly states, says, I was persecuted. The Nazis wanted to kill me. I showed the love of Christ. These people would try and make me cuss or try and make me do things. And I would say, I forgive you, I love them, and it would make them angry. They would get angry. Some of these people were nice to her. Some of them weren't. A lot of people got saved and protected because of Helen Steiner Rice. Is that right, Helen Steiner Rice? No, not Helen Steiner Rice. I'm getting that screwed up. Who's that woman?
Corrie ten Boom.
Corrie, yeah, I got it. I'm sorry, guys. I got it mixed up. It's Corrie ten Boom. I thought Miranda knew what I was talking about.
I had no idea what you were talking about. I'm like, okay, no, I have no idea who this person is, but she sounds really great.
No, Helen Steiner Rice was a poem. I was looking at a book over across the room.
Lord.
I got things all mixed up. Anyway, it's not Helen Steiner Rice. It's Corrie ten Boom. I don't know what I'm thinking, and I can't talk tonight because I'm embarrassed. Anyway,
not the first time.
It's not the first time I got stories mixed up. It's just that I'm real emotional about this right now because I'm seeing right here on Facebook, I was persecuted by people on my page, and I tried to bring a message of love and serving others, and even still in the face of wanting to help someone, such as these homosexuals that want to come to my door and get help. People told me they don't want to do that because they're homosexual. How are you supposed to reach people that aren't following God if you can't meet their needs?
Well, I'll say something real quick. Every Christmas, 2 homosexuals come to my family's door. It's my cousin and his boyfriend. Do we rebuke him and say, go away? No. We let them come in. We give gifts to one another. We eat with them. We fellowship with them. They know our entire family. His mom and dad are Christians.
Yeah.
He knows the lifestyle he's living is dangerous. But it is a choice that he made. We love him unconditionally. But we do not agree with what he does. But it does not mean that we don't love him and his partner. They are 2 of the nicest men you will ever meet. And every Christmas they come to the door and we let them in. And we celebrate Christmas with them. That is why I wrote the question. Because my family personally does this every year. We allow a homosexual couple to come into our family's home, down at my grandparents' house, at the old log cabin, and we have a great time of fellowship. If my family can do it, why can't yours?
And that's the problem, you know. If Jesus is accused of eating with sinners, we have to eat with sinners too. Yes, there's a fine dividing line on how far do you go with this. And honestly, how far you go with this is how relative it is to you being tempted to sin. If you can't have a relative that's a homosexual come to your house because you're honestly afraid they're going to convert you to become a homosexual because you got tendencies, then maybe I might understand that to a degree. But if you're in a corporate group of people, you don't have a problem. So we're going to take a break and we'll return.